All right, guys, today is an exciting day because we are finally getting to take the block to the machine shop. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's get this intro started. Let's go.
Search everywhere.
If you guys are new to the channel and have no idea what's going on, this is a 2JZ VVTi out of a IS300. I blew my SC300 2JZ non-VVTi up, and I basically crank walked it, which is where pushes the crank forward and backwards every single time you put the clutch in. Because of that, the thrust bearings, which I actually have right here, the thrust bearings, they're not straight anymore, and they're not supposed to be like this at all. So the crank walk caused the thrust bearings to get destroyed, for a lack of a better term. Because of that, we had to get another block, which the VVTi block and the non-VVTi block share a lot of similarities. The only difference really is that there is an oil passage that I believe takes oil from the block up to the head where the VVTi solenoid is, and it pretty much just activates the higher cam. The reason why I had to go with VVTi on the block is because no one sells non-VVTi blocks, and if you try to get one online, you're looking at a lot of money because the non-VVTi block is very similar to the GTE block. The only difference that they have is the oil squirters. The non-VVTi to the VVTi GE block, though, their main differences is in the head, where the EGR gets deleted. The newer standards for the EPA compliance was that they didn't need it. So because of that, they went away from EGR. Thing is, though, is my head is from the non-VVTi, so I still have the EGR, but I'm going to modify it to block it off. I'm mainly just using the non-VVTi head because the wiring harness in my SC is made for that head. The block is very much the same. The only thing that the block has is grounds, really, and then a bunch of sensors, which the sensors for the block are completely the same, and if there are a little differences, then you just get a block off plug. Very simple to do nowadays. If you guys watch the 2JZ VVTi piston cleaning, I'm going away from that idea of cleaning the pistons when you're using them, solely because I want to say, I'm not too sure about this, but I've done a little bit of research that you have to take the valves out of the head on the VVTi and toss them over to the non-VVTi head, which instead of doing all that work, I'm going to go back to the original plan I had, which is I'm just going to buy another set of GE non-VVTi pistons and rods. And then I have all of the little bits and pieces like snap rings and all that kind of stuff in the shed here to rebuild 6 pistons. And I am also going to get a ring set and then all the bearings as well to make sure that when this thing gets put back together, it's going to be a great seat time car. And I'm really excited because it's going to be a GE block with all the benefits of the VVTi, because the VVTi has coil on plug. It has all the advantages of basically being able to not have a distributor, which is pretty huge. The block actually has the magnetic pickup, which in the long term, if we want to use that for the coil on plug conversion, we can. What we're going to do with this today, though, is take the crank out so that we can machine it. Let's stop talking story and let's get into this. Let's go. Well, no better now. I'm going to keep all the bolts with everything. Like with this oil pump, I'm going to put the bolts with it. That'll make it easier for me to find out. And I'm not against ordering more bolts, but it's one of those things where when you start ordering more bolts continuously, it's going to get really expensive really fast just for bolts. But there we go. Like butter. That came off way nice. So now that is off, we're going to attempt to take the rear main seal off. And then a trick for you guys, if you guys I don't have enough room to get a bolt off, and obviously it's like, what you can do is if you have a tight spot and can't really break the bolt off, which I have enough room here, but I want to show you guys something. So all you're gonna do is you're just gonna start it and then just rock it on. That's gonna just make it a lot easier to take the bolts out. I like doing that. It works out really well. Just gotta be gentle with it. There we go. Feel it out. Like let it kind of rock itself out. You don't want to force this. Get one side, then the other. Just guide it out, and then stuck, and there you have it. It's super easy to take motors apart. You just, all you got to do is just be patient with it. So we're gonna go ahead and start breaking the bolts. We're gonna start in the middle, and we're not taking them completely out. We're just gonna be breaking them loose. So I'm gonna put the pattern up on screen so you guys can see it as well. 3. Oh, there we go. There we go. 5. Oh. And then once you have all of them cracked, you can either take an impact and whiz them off. I'm gonna just use my hand with the socket to whiz them all up. Can't remember the last time I worked on this engine, dude. It's been a long time. We're just gonna take the crank caps off. So make it a pry bar, and just once you get one side, the other side usually follows really nicely. That's off. Just start from the front. Sure the bearing's there still, and it is. I laid them down, and I have the front of the cap. I have that as the front of the engine. So that way I know exactly what orientation it comes out, and it's easier to be able to just take it and install it on the engine when that time comes. But I'm putting them in a line, so as soon as I took them off, I placed them down. They are going to live right next to all of the pistons. These are the ones that are messed up. These are the VVTi ones. So 2 different ones there, and so super easy for me to figure out which ones is which. I do have the wrist pins and the snap rings in each of these, and in each of these that I can definitely use. Nothing wrong with those at all. New bolts are gonna have to happen. I am just gonna go stock on the crank and on the cap bolts, so that's not gonna be an issue. And then now we're just gonna go ahead and get this crank out, which should be relatively easy. Wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. There we go. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and push these bearings out. They look really good. Like, these bearings look flawless, to be honest with you. And the craziest thing too about crankshaft bearings is that you can technically take your oil pan out and rotate your crank. If one of the bearings is bad, you can do this, exactly what I'm doing, taking them out with the crank still in the car. You just have to slide it around. There's an indication on the block as well. So there's this indication right here that you put in the block, and that way you know it's in right. And then the opposite bearing that's on the crank cap has the indication, but on the other side. So that's the way you find out if you're putting them on correctly or not. Like anything else, if it slides in easily, then you know you did it right. But the crank out, it's like, it gives you literally like holes to grab onto. That's sick. Okay. Oh, we're gonna cook real quick. In one fell swoop, we're just gonna put it right in. That worked. Ish. Alright, zip these 17s off. Oh, we got my Matrix's JZ swap now. No one can say it didn't happen. That's safe. Oh, dude, my car is so low now. That is hilarious. Alright, we're off. Alright, y'all. We just made it to the machine shop, and unfortunately, Carson is not here. I already talked with him, and he's cool with me dropping my block off at his shop. Basically, his shop's about an hour and a half away from the house, so he was like, yeah, just drop it off and then we'll see what we can do. So super excited to have him look at it and start the process of getting all of this figured out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this block. All right, both of the engine and the cylinder head has been dropped off and is secured. Carson will hit me up later on in the week and let me know how things are looking as far as the block and head go, and see what we can do. I'll give you a rundown obviously later on of the plans for that motor and getting it back into the SC as quickly and efficiently as possible. I actually looked into the garage today and I found that a lot of the bolts that I thought were missing are not missing, which I'm very, very, very glad for and excited for. And also, I hope you guys like my shirt, because it's the new drop that we're having and I'm really, really excited about it. When we get back to the house, I'll show you guys it more so you guys can see it. But I need to, you know, obviously test it out, wear it, and make sure that it is, you know, torture tested before I am willing to sell or send any shirts to you guys. Yeah, if you guys want to follow Hamadan Restorations on Instagram, you guys can. Put a link right here. And got the fresh cut. Hope you guys like it. I'm feeling fresh, I'm feeling new, I'm feeling awesome. Since the sun is going down and I have a little drive to get back into town, the fact that I'm wearing this shirt is just next level. I still can't believe it. It's amazing. So, enough talking story. Let's get back into town, and once we get back to town, sit down with you guys and talk to you guys about everything, about all the plans we have in the future and everything we are doing in the future of this channel. So let's do it. All right, guys, a lot of things have happened since the last clip. So dropped the engine block off, and I will be going back down next week to film and watch Carson do the job. Really, really excited and looking forward to that. We have the Matrix right behind me, and I unfortunately could not get my wheels balanced, so we are kind of trying to get that done as soon as possible so that I can get the wheels on the car. This is basically a couple days before I leave for Toyota Fest. A couple things have happened. So first, the wheels need to get balanced and put on. That should be done pretty quickly. I'm not too worried about that. The second thing that has happened that I am kind of trying to figure some stuff out is the place I was gonna stay in LA when I went to Toyota Fest now is not possible. So I'm still gonna go. We're still gonna figure it out. If anything, I'll just get a hotel. But also, I got this, which you guys will see in probably be the next video. But I have this box, which we will open and we will get to in a future video. This box is gonna be the lip kit for the Matrix. The thing is, I cannot install that until the wheels get on because I need to adjust the coilovers as well. And everything's kind of coming down to the wire, which when they say you get into crunch time right before a big event, they're not lying. And this is exactly what it means, where we're just I'm trying to get as much done to the car as possible with the time I have, and the days are coming quick and we're just trying to get as much stuff done as possible. So thank you guys so much for liking this video if you guys haven't already, and subscribing. If you guys do want one, go into my Hammer Down Restorations Instagram and DM me, because that'll be a lot faster than me getting the shop up and everything. I will be getting the shop up, and that's where all the Hammer Down Restoration merch will be for the foreseeable future. But for this particular drop, just because everything happened so fast, if you guys are interested in one, so we have the front right here, which is the Hammer Down Restorations shield, and then in the back we have the SC300, which I think came out really cool. There's not many SC300 merch out there, which I'm hoping to be one to fill that void, and so I'm really excited to have these shirts and kind of give people the opportunity that want to wear SC300 shirts. Really excited about all of that. A lot of cool things, a lot of fun things coming. I might seem very calm right now, but I am kind of getting to the point where I'm like, how am I going to do everything? But you know what? The beauty about life is that everything figures itself out. You just have to go out, you have to do the thing, and everything kind of falls into place from there. So anyways, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm trying to get these videos out as soon as possible to get you guys caught up to present day. Problem is though, is that the editing takes forever, and I'm trying to do these outside of my normal work schedule. So we're gonna get everything done though, don't worry. My sleep schedule's cooked, but that's okay, because as long as I get these videos out, that is the whole goal and what I'm most excited about. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on these videos. Let's get the YouTube algorithm just liking these videos. And I'm so excited for the Jay-Z to finally get gone through, so that I can get it back, so we can start the process of slowly getting it back into the drift car, so that we can get seat time in it, because I have a lot of stuff happening, or a lot of stuff coming for that SC, and I'm really excited to show you guys and do a whole build series on it. A lot of fun things, a lot of cool things to come, so you won't want to miss out. Mahalo so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Take care. Shoots. Lates. See you in the next one. Bye.
Search everywhere.